Water 17.
Well, that was weird. Yesterday when I was re-listening to my downloads, I was having a little trouble hearing me. So, trying to fix that. Plus this is just a little loud. That's much better. Check. Okay, well, I don't know if you can hear the music. There we go. Check, check, check. Okay. Well, it's a good thing nobody watches this channel because that was hilarious. Alright. So I get to fidgety at work and I forget that I'm going to stream when I get home, or sometimes I'm not sure if I'm going to have time. So I went ahead and opened up a couple of packs today, and I got Victory Bell that I was needing. I'm still like 26 Pokemon away from having all the unique Pokemon, but hey, that's what I'm really going for. I don't necessarily need to get every crown rare, every star rare, what have you, but I'd like to get all the unique Pokemon. And I'm kind of trying to save up pack points so that I can make a Venonat deck. I think Venonat is pretty good. I'd like to do Venonat Vileplume, I think. I also thought about maybe Venonat Vileplume and the thing that Lilligant, or Petal with Lilligant is a decent deck too. So but as for today, I still kind of have the same things. So whoops, what am I doing there? We're gonna just do some random matches. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, let's see if we've got any saved up time to hit this a couple times. Oh, I could hit it once. Why don't we do this so I can kind of show off this event? So I'm sure if by now you don't know this event's going on, something's up because it's been going on for a minute. This is a Lapras event. I've completed all the things, but you can keep completing it to get these chance rewards. I think I read somewhere that on Experts you're guaranteed a pack. You're just not necessarily guaranteed the Lapras. I think I was down to 2 pools left when I got my Lapras EX, and then I also got one on my last pool as well. I don't know if that's just happens to be my particular luck, but so what shall we play today? I'm not going to put in the electric deck. Ooh, I could do this fire deck just for the fun. I think we'll put in this Abra deck. So yeah. So I recorded yesterday, and the YouTube music channel that I was using claimed to be copyright free, but then when I posted it, it said that it got flagged in certain countries for copyright infringement. Not that I expect to ever make any money off of this. It's just I found it interesting. This is a very bad starting hand, but we'll see what happens. Sorry, I am tired today. Well, that ended up fixing itself okay. I'm pretty sure this deck runs Misty. If they happen to get a couple of, well, they're not Mistying turn one. I was going to say if they happen to get a couple energy on this Lapras, I could bring in the side deck. Alright, we're going to put this here. We'll go ahead and put up Wheezing. Put up Kadabra. Might as well Professor's Research, I think. Yeah, because I'm not going to Sabrina this early. Go ahead and Pokeball. Now, if they don't Misty this turn, I may... See, this is one of those really hard decisions to make. Well, now that they've put Golduck back there, no reason not to do this. I think I'm running an X speed in this deck. I should probably know the deck list. I don't. Two potions, huh? Now they're going to use a whole bunch of X speeds to get this out and put in the side deck. Now I may have to pull back the Kadabra. It didn't die from that, which is relevant. So I think I will. We'll put this here. We'll retreat. Put back up the Wheezing. We're gonna Sabrina. They wasted a lot of resources to just pull this Lapras back, and now it doesn't have any energy. And they have no more X speed, so I think this game is a foregone conclusion at this point, but they could still get Misty and make things really difficult for me. A little tempting to Kogi here and bring in this other Coughing and put a Wheezing on it, but I don't think that's necessary. I think all I'm going to do is next turn I'll Koga this Wheezing up into my hand and put out the oh no, I guess I don't have Alakazam, do I? I think it's relevant that I'm getting my first 2 match points right here. So I guess if this happens to get flagged this time, I'm going to just not... I'm going to just quit putting on separate music and just put on the Pokemon game music. So we will Koga. Put up the Alakazam. Now this is just, I mean, this is just against the computer, so it's not like I expect high levels of competition, but it does show that this is a pretty strong deck. I saw another version of it that's running the Executor EX, which is interesting. I think I might have enough of those to build that. Well, let's see what card we get here, and then we'll see if I can build the Executor version of it. This was a little annoying for a minute because I banked up several of them, and you have to open them up one at a time. Butterfree. I have lots of these. I could just look back here. So I would need, I don't know how these are divided. Do I not have, oh, okay, I do. I was about to say, hold on. I didn't think I had execute. I was like, how do I have exit or whatever his name is? I can't say it. And no execute. So let's give this a try. Let's see. So we might play this a little bit today. So we're going to put in to execute. To Executor EX. It's dark. To coughing, to wheezing, to Erica, to Pokeball, to Professor's Research. Wow, this feels really trainer heavy. Because you also need 2 of these. Maybe you don't put in the Ericas? No, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know what you do with these other 4 spots. If I had Kangaskhan, that would be a consideration, but I don't. And I think Farfetch'd is just too weak. You want something that does pretty solid damage for just 1 energy. And I don't think you get that from Dark, and you definitely don't get it from Grass. Yeah, I think Kangaskhan is the answer here. But I don't have that card. Is Pinsir takes 2 energy. You want 1. needs to be in grass or dark. And take 1 energy to do okay damage. Or colorless. Even with 2 of those, I'm still would be too short from the deck. Maybe I put in potion just as an item to use. Golbat does not feel like the answer because you don't want multiple things that evolve, right? You want something that has solid damage from get-go. Man, Tauros would be close if it didn't take 2 bloody energy. Well, let's put in a couple of potions. I guess for now, since I don't have... Let's do 1 red card. I hate that card. I don't think it's good. I think more often than not, in this particular game, you're helping your opponent more than hindering them. I guess I'll put in a Geo. I don't think that's the purpose of this deck, but whoops, that's what I meant to do. So I have a lot to say about the flare system in this game. I think it's too expensive. And we'll maybe talk about that a little later today. We'll put this. We'll put this. We'll put this. Are you allowed to change the highlighted cards? Oh, you can. Look, I'm learning a new thing. Wow. Look at that. I learned a new thing today. Oh well. I don't care. This is all just for fun. Whoops. Alright. Let's see how bad this is. We're going to play this for a little bit today. Oh, I should have named it something. Smoking eggs. That's bad. Whoops. Ugh, that's such a bad starting hand. I think this has got too many of the wrong kinds of trainers, but I don't know. Maybe a Meowth might have been worth it in this deck. I thought I saw this deck earlier today, but I might have seen it in a different... Oh my god, that's so bad. Okay, well, I did put Executory EX in there, didn't I? Begin to wonder. First 8 cards was all poop. I mean, this opponent has nothing to worry about. They should just be like kicking my butt. Ugh. Play red card. I'd take the mulligan about right now. That's bad. Oh, they got geared. Oh, there's the Misty. I'd probably put that in their hand. Give them no tails. Come on, you've given me a bad hand. Give them no heads. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh my Jesus. Oh, that's Gyarados. Ready to go? Half my deck. I've seen half my deck so far. Ugh. Misty again. Ugh. Those opponents getting everything they want, and I'm getting nothing. Why am I even continuing to play this? I just kind of want to see what my next draw is. If my next draw is poop, then I think you should probably not eat that dog. Then I think I'm just gonna get out of this. Yeah. We'll give this a couple more tries, but either I don't remember the way it was built or something. That was just really bad. It was good to see Gyarados played. And the Lapras EX. There must have been another Pokemon in here. But like I said, it probably takes Kangaskhan, but I don't have Kangaskhan yet. So, going first. Well, that's a coughing with Dark Energy on deck, so that's looking somewhat better. Dragonite. Put eggs on the bench. My dog is just off camera here. She's being really cute. So I think if I Pokeball here, it gives me a better chance of pulling stage 2 with my Professor X. Or stage 1. A Weezing or a Executor. Hey! At least I'm not going to be completely dead. This must have had something else in it. I should have maybe written it down or something. Made a note of it. I saw somebody was talking on YouTube today, and their chat chimed in and said that somewhere people were saying that it's been verified that the way you flip your coin matters. I don't think that's true. I don't think I'm playing. Are we seriously? Okay, well, this person low rolled on it. Game I had a minute ago. Whew. A little bit better than half my deck again, though, and I've only seen. I still haven't seen a Wheezing. And there's Wheezing. That's an interesting placement because if I kill it in this next hit, I mean, there's a chance I won't. And I didn't. Sorry, doing a couple things I maybe should have done. I'm sorry if I'm not really talking a lot. I see this. It looks like one viewer in Twitch, but I wonder if it's just my restream seeing itself. Although it doesn't show any viewers in YouTube, so I don't know. I guess if this person's running red card, not using the professor here is actually the better choice. I think this deck does need X speed. Well, I guess the nice thing is if this drowsy gets into hypno and puts me to sleep, I'm still doing damage. Sabrina, that's the card I'm not running. Trying to decide if I want a Koge here. No, I'm not going to. We're going to just put an extra energy here to make this thing able to retreat if I get it up there. Don't know if I'll put it up there or not. Oh, fell asleep. Didn't stay asleep. So if they leave this thing active, it dies on their turn, which is interesting. I meant to look if I'm asleep at the end of my turn or during my turn this time, I'm gonna look and see if I can do the ability because I don't know. Okay, I am gonna be asleep. Mm. Oh, I can. Interesting. It's an interesting take on Hypno. That actually kind of helped my hand. Well, that's interesting. So I think I'm going to retreat this, put the coughing back up, put the wheezing back up, put this coughing back up, put this coughing back up, gas leak. Oh, I didn't even need to do that. I'm just gonna kill it, right? That's got weakness. Duh. What's interesting that here comes Dragonite. It would need to hit all four of them on Executor EX to knock it out, which is interesting. So I don't care if wheezing. Okay, coughing bit the dust. That's fine. It would be nice. Do I have another Koga? I don't care if that's asleep. Hey, I'm awake. Either way. I do have another Koga. That would have been a really nice pull there. But I think I'm probably just dead at this point. It is interesting that this Dragonair slash Dragonite has no energy on it. So if they want to bring it up as some kind of tank, it's going to take a really long time to get it. Oh, that's interesting that they're running Psychic Energy too. I think I'm just done. Yeah, I just think that I don't have a good deck here. We're gonna delete it. I know I saw something similar to it, but I don't remember what the full extent was. I think maybe it was running Kangaskhan, which is a deck, which is a card I don't have. So we're gonna just go dump it. Let's play this red deck for a little bit. Probably a water deck. I don't know. Man, that's like the third or fourth Dragonite deck I've seen today. Speak of the devil. So I'm probably gonna retreat this out. Bring up Kangaskhan. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Guess they could still, no? Dragonite has a little bit of a hard time against red deck wins. That's what I'm calling this. I hate using Magic is the Gathering terms in my Pokemans, but I used some of my shop tickets today to get the flare on the Pokeball. Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff's always been one of my favorite Pokemon.
Hey, silly girl! You caught the chef thing.
Crikey. Not that anybody's watching, but still. I wish the backgrounds were a little bit more interactive, like some of the other things. Like some of the other, like I know in Magic the Gathering, there's some stuff that you can like click on and it like reacts. The big hit. Person is grasping at straws a little bit here, I think. They're, if they retreat this back, I mean, that's all the energy gone from it. I can knock out Onyx in one hit. Rough.
Okay, stop scratching. Hey, stop scratching. Whoa! Don't hurt me.
Well, now Doug Trio here could be interesting.
Get all my shit.
Uh-oh.
I gotta make sure that it didn't get on this stuff so we don't get any dog hair on it.
I guess if they got Geo here, this game just becomes a little bit more interesting. And, well, they kind of also need to not take the damage. I think Doug Trio is quietly one of the more underutilized Pokemon. It's really good against the Lightning deck. It is a little energy hungry. Goodness gracious, another one. The fact that it's one energy is really strong. Tails. Sabrina. So the unfortunate thing here is Sabrina really doesn't help me because they can just bring in Jigglypuff and then just just bring Jigglypuff back in. So not quite. Ninetales there would have helped a ton. Because Ninetales, because then I could X speed out and just kill either one. Yeah, this is a little bit of a problem. And I guess if they have other Wigglytuff,
What?
that makes that Sabrina a lot less useful.
Are you just released from work?
No, yes.
If Doug Trio misses the flip
No.
and I draw into Ninetales, I've got the game. So that's missing the flip. That's good. Ninetales. That's what I needed.
Aww. No, don't lick my face.
I mean, that was a little bit of a lucky draw, but it was. Again, they could if they'd had the other Wigglytuff, that would have definitely potentially saved them the game, because that's a lot of health points to go through, especially being able to attack very soon. So. We'll play this a couple more times. I had forgotten that I have some plans this evening, so. They're playing a water deck too. Gross. Snom, eh?
No. Go get mine. I love her too, but I break out. And I can't be freaking out this close to work. I used to have lunch. Say, you're late, Rosa.
I haven't quite decided if Magmar is worth this or not.
You can't break out. You can't break out. Joseph, you can't break out. Joseph. Joseph.
She's so quiet. Such a mousy girl.
don't take words to do anything. Audrey.
I needed to get a drink. I didn't have a be right back screen set up, so now I do. Not that it probably matters, but I thought so. We're gonna continue this red deck for just a little bit. Realize if I'm gonna be see, this is where starting with Magmar or having Magmar in the deck is really rough. Especially going second. It is pretty nice that with a Blaine he's 80 damage. That's relevant. This is a terrible hand. I'm officially calling it right now. Hey, baby. Oh, you want to come say hi? Ugh. Gross. I know this doesn't kill this, but I feel like maybe getting a little damage on it early might be useful. Of course, if I get... I think maybe this deck only runs the one Sabrina. I need to probably have my deck list up somewhere. Jesus Christ, they just used a lot of resources. They used an X speed and 2 potions to get that thing back to pretty close to full health. This game is probably just over. they surely have Charizard in hand with a kind of, maybe not, but they might now for sure. I don't even think this is the best version of this deck either, which is the sad thing. If I had the nine tails, I might have a chance here. But he's just going to come in and do 200 damage to this. And then 200 damage to the next thing. Yeah, it's just over. Yeah. Oh, well. Oh. Hello. If I'd had a way to knock that, if it had been a nine tails up there and I could have knocked that out, it would have probably been, it would have been a completely different game. like this almost makes me wish they played a red card. Well, I'll take that. Thank you. I was gonna have to figure out how to change stuff around. Not sure why they conceded there. They definitely had an Arbok in the back that's pretty healthy. You gonna be a lapdog? I love when you sit in my lap and I'm on my computer chair. Please don't. Would you get out of my stuff? Probably about another 15-20 minutes gonna be playing, then I've got to go. There's one last thing I'd like to talk about before I quit for the evening, so I think I'll play this maybe one more game after this. Ugh.
Off to work.
Is this an interesting play on a coughing with the Minchino upgrade that does X damage based on the number of Pokemon that you have on the back row? I think that's kind of interesting. Let's see if we get Rapidash. We get Ninetales. So let's put energy here. I think stuff like can't attack is a lot less good than like just because they can still retreat. Oh no, I'm losing my Vulpix. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Do the wave. 30 damage for each of your benched Pokemon. Oh, interesting. That's really interesting. Well, they're probably going to regret that now. How do you run that? That's this Chinchino. I mean, there's just you have to run a bunch of just stuff that you can throw out. Yeah, that does nothing. I mean, I don't even need to charge up here with a Blaine, so we'll just call it. All right. Pardon me. We're going to take a minute here to talk about something that I think maybe this game needs a few reworks on a couple of things. And I'm going to talk about those real quick, and then I'm going to call it a day. So, let's talk about flare. It's not terribly obvious here what I can flare and what I can't. And flaring is terribly expensive. So let's take Caterpie here. I have 3 copies of it, but I can't add flare to it. So if I click obtain flare, so you need 3 copies of Caterpie plus 50 Stardust, which you get dust just by playing the game, getting extra copies of stuff, etc. But then let's see. Let's see if I can find something real quick. There was something I wanted to make a. Oh, it was, you know what? It was Arbok. So Arbok. I've got 5 copies of Arbok, right? I can obtain flare, but to obtain the next level of flare, it takes 2 copies of Arbok, which I have 5, so that's fine, and then 120 Stardust. So just to get the next level. And what I really want is this level. I can't even get this till I've unlocked all these. So I have to unlock all these, or these 2. Oh wait, why can't I get this one? Well, hold on. Am I about to make a liar of myself? Oh, I thought I couldn't get it till I unlocked it. But you do have to unlock that first level of flare before you can start doing that. I think that is so neat. But either way, it still takes 2 of the card plus some of this Stardust or whatever they call it. And most cards take 3 copies. And then some of them are like ungodly. So let's go down. We've been doing this event. Look at all the Butterfrees. So I've got 6 Butterfrees, right? If I want to obtain flare for those, I don't really care for any of this flare, so I'm not gonna. It just takes 1 card. But look, 540 of the Stardust. Now, granted, I have a lot right now. I thought for sure there was some that I ran into the other day, but I just think that the obtaining of the flare, and that wasn't terribly well explained, and then it wasn't really obvious. It wasn't obvious to me, and I know maybe I'm being dumb. It wasn't terribly obvious to me how to make your cards have the flare. So you have to go into the deck that you've made, and then on the pseudo portion of the card, you have to edit the deck. And then on this little portion of the card right here, you can add the flare. So we're going to do that. And give this one this flare. So now I've got one that's got that flare and then one that's got another flare. So I kind of can't wait to get a little bit more flair to make that Arbok. But it's just there's a few life, what's the word that people use? Just things to make life a little easier. That'd be nice. Like, for example, this shows that I've collected 554 cards, but nowhere on this screen can I see how many cards I left from the Pokedex, etc. I have to flip this switch before I find out on Genetic Apex I still need 26 cards. I've collected 21 star Pokemon, which is out of I don't know how many, because it doesn't say here, and one of the crown rares, and I do happen to know that currently that's 3. I just think that needs a little work. This screen here, for example, I have no way to see how many pack points I have unless I go in here. Like I want to claim a pack, open a pack. Now I can see my pack points. And then when I go into pack points, like to be able to buy something, I have to scroll all the way down. There's no search function in here, anything to that nature. Also, why can't that little icon be here on if I have this card? And how many of it I have? I don't remember that necessarily from screen to screen. So it's just a few little kind of things that I think need a little tweaking on this game. And those are just a few of the things I'm kind of like, this could use a little TLC. So let's claim this non-existent gift. Is there something else I wanted to talk about? I don't think so. I think that's it for today on that. So, a couple of folks dropped by. Thanks for dropping by. If you happen to watch this on YouTube, I know I don't have a set schedule on this, but set the reminder. Subscribe and set the reminder. Find me on Twitch. I'm going to maybe try and figure out a way to add my Twitch to my YouTube. That probably doesn't work because they don't really like each other that much. But you can find me on Twitch under strange_solution. And